Elaine, was this the moment that some called a bromance between President Xi and Trump ended? They pushed the reset button on the China-US relationship at their first meeting, but a very sensitive issue, Taiwan, is creating new problems. China's President Xi Jinping and US counterpart Donald Trump opening a new chapter on a crucial but sometimes fractious relationship, a joint pledge to work together on tough trade and geopolitical issues. Nearly 3 months on, and the mood has soured after Trump's decision to sell Taiwan $1.4 billion worth of weapons.
Taiwan is an integral part of Chinese territory. The arms sale by the United States seriously violates international law, basic norms governing international relations, and the 3 joint communiques between China and the United States. And it harms China's national sovereignty and security interests. China resolutely opposes this.
The deal is small compared to previous weapons sales to Taiwan, but it's the first of its kind under Trump and hugely sensitive on the issue of Chinese sovereignty. Washington has a long-standing commitment to help Taipei maintain its defense capabilities and doesn't think it's overstepped the mark.
There's no change, I should point out, to our long-standing One China policy, which is based, as you all know, on 3 joint communiques on the Taiwan Relations Act. There's continuity here. The United States has been doing defense sales with Taiwan for 50 years or so.
But suggestions this deal will help promote regional stability were given short shrift by China's man in Washington.
How can you promote peace and stability by selling arms? This is the most ridiculous argument.
Just how much this deal will harm this relationship will likely be tested when Xi and Trump are expected to meet at the G20 summit in Germany next week. Well, any way you look at it, that's been a difficult week for China-US relations because that arms deal was announced on the same day the US imposed sanctions on Chinese businesses and individuals linked to the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The Trump administration has been open about pressuring China to do more to help curb the DPRK's nuclear weapons program. And yet the ambassador I spoke to in my report just there insists China is doing plenty. It stopped buying coal from its neighbor, one example of economic pressure. And yet the Taiwan issue is arguably much more sensitive because it touches so many issues of China's sovereignty. It's worth remembering perhaps in all of this that President Trump has agreed to honor the One China policy in a phone call with President Xi before the 2 men met. Elaine.
All right, Owen Fairclough in our Washington newsroom.